I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hey, what's good? Happy Tuesday. Good afternoon and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app, powered by Happy State Bank. Alongside Chris Snead, I'm Chois Woodman. We got Lucas White across the way taking care of us for an hour or so. We're with you for 3 hours. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. We're watchable on TV, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, whatever you got. Bring it all in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app, which you can carry anywhere with you. Even listening out in Friendsville, Maryland. Seems like a nice place.
My sister lives fairly close to that.
Yeah. Sounds crabby. Not her.
Lucas lives.
Friendsville?
Lucas knows where Friendsville is.
Maybe. Maryland's not that big. So.
Maryland is not that big.
Yeah.
No.
So it's probably somewhere close to.
Well, are you
wherever.
East Bay or West Bay? Old Bay?
You remember East Bay?
Are you,
I love me some Old Bay.
Yeah.
You remember East Bay, the magazine?
You buy some not knockoffs, but like closeout shoes.
Hold up.
I got plenty of closeout.
Hold up. Ayo, Sneader.
What's up?
Okay, now keep going.
You get plenty of closeout shoes.
Dude,
when you're a shoe horse
stuff
like me, and you've got lots of stuff, and you can't afford to go buy 17 pairs of Jordans, but you can go buy 17 pairs of shoes off of East Bay.
Dude, that was the place when I was middle school, early high school. You could get custom stuff.
But you also could get.
Remember the Dadas?
No.
D-A-D-A.
Oh yeah.
You remember though?
Yeah.
They had the weird shoes, and
you could also get like 3 year ago Nikes. Nikes that were cool 3 years ago. Yeah.
They had the shoe with spinners on them.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
buy you a $35 pair of Nikes that were like cool 3 years ago.
Is East Bay still around?
I don't know.
I think, do they have a website?
I don't know.
When I Googled it, Champ Sports is what's popping up.
No.
There is an eastbayinc.com. It's still a thing.
Is it?
I doubt they send the catalog out anymore. But
They have no. Get athletic shoes and clothing by East Bay. Let's see what they got. Mine came up to Champ Sports too, though.
That's what it came up first. So I wonder if Champs owns it.
I think Champs owns it.
So
yeah.
Anyway, y'all could chime in about your East Bay buys when you were younger, if you ever had any.
Well, that's not cool because East Bay was great for getting you could get those shoes 3 years later, and it would be just as cool as everybody was 3 years later.
Oh, it was solid.
2 years later.
Solid picks for sure.
Yeah.
We'll dive into a handful of topics today as we continue to get to.
We got the Panda Dunks going on here right now.
Get you ready. I bet they're not cheap. Like
they're not.
East
Yeah,
Bay used to be.
They're
full priced.
Pretty close to full fare.
Dag nabbit. We'll talk college football, getting you ready for the season. ESPN's posted a guide to how to enjoy the college football season. For me, it's just like
turn the TV on and watch.
Sit down and watch. But
I can recall years and years ago, before I was doing college football, and when I was, I guess I can say that we got the Game Day Lives still by Optimum, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. Well, back when before Optimum was Optimum,
it was Suddenlink.
Yeah. And I was the brand guy for them, and so I would do the commercials for them, and because of that, we got the full meal deal with them. So I got every channel that Suddenlink had.
Sure.
Every channel Suddenlink had. And so I would get up in every sports channel, and I'd get up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like watching like Hofstra against some, Lehigh. And I would go to bed at like 2 in the morning after watching Hawaii Hilo take on, Chaminade in football. And I'd sit there all day in the basement, lights out, just on big screen TV with the other TV, and just just watching games all day long.
Wall to wall college.
Wall to wall. Especially when Tech was out of town. What a great day! You watch the Tech game in there, and when it would piss you off, you would turn it off and go turn on something else. Because those were the Mike Leach days. They got a little testy on Mike Leach on the morning show today.
I guess I missed that.
Yeah, somebody said that this Quentin Joyner injury was the curse of the Pirate. And
For real? I thought we shucked the curse of the Pirate when we beat him.
Let's. There was no curse of the Pirate. And I don't care where
I thought people believed that we shucked it when we beat him.
I thought we just beat him and just beat him.
Or when we honored his family a couple of years ago.
You know what?
Honored him with his family.
We gave him that check twice. Okay? And he ripped it up. It's not our fault.
Look, I'm not.
We're not going to get into this. I don't want to get into this. But I'm just saying.
You brought it up.
I did bring it up. I'm shutting it down right now. So we're not going to spend the entire hour that I'm here.
Well, you also brought up, Quentin Joyner, no longer.
Yeah.
Going to play football in a
just for this year.
Texas Tech uniform this year.
The ACL. He's young. They'll probably have that surgery here this week. And hey, Ben Poorman. We'll probably get back to. Ben, stop looking at me.
Focus.
I can't. He's looking at me. We'll probably get back to him just starting that rehab. Got to get the swelling down on that deal. We'll see how
I mean it stinks.
Yeah, it does. But
I think you go from feeling pretty good about a position group to feeling like it's thin now.
I'm higher than that. I'm not even higher. I should say it like this. I went from feeling that was a position of strength to feeling pretty good about that group.
Okay. I think you go from it being a position that was deep to a position that's thin overnight.
I don't think it's thin.
I think it's thin if you get any injury at all.
But
that's my point. You have no room for injury at this point.
I think me and Rob Bro...
I think it is taking two, because you've got to attack with two guys at this point.
Yeah, I think me and Rob Bro line up a lot on this, saying that I think that, if you felt that Quentin Joyner was going to take the lion's share of the snaps this year, I think that Joey called this the committee for a reason. And that reason had a lot to do with the number of reps. I don't think that you were going to look at 70% of the reps and the snaps going to Quentin, with the others going to split between now I forgot my games. Cameron and
Kobe Williams and Cam Dickey.
Yeah, I wanted to call him Cameron. I wanted to call him Cameron Williams and Jacoby Dickey.
Close enough.
But I don't think that you're going to see those reps split that way. I think you're probably going to see probably a third, and I don't know that there's anyone that's like separated themselves from the depth chart. So
there is one way I do think that this injury affects the football team the most. I'll tell you what it is coming up.
I think I know where you're going to go with this, but and I'll see if we're in the same page. I have a feeling where it is too.
Okay. We'll get to that on the other side of some headlines. That's next. It's The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Appreciate you hanging out with us on a Tuesday. It's The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois Woodman, Chris Snead, Lucas White, all with you on this Tuesday afternoon. We'll dive into a handful of your thoughts on the Yates Flooring Center chat line in just a moment. But, Snead, I asked Jamie this question, I think it was Friday of last week. I don't think it was yesterday.
Okay.
Because I found it rather interesting. Brad Crawford's one of the main college football writers for CBS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Friday. He put out his playoff projections.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to tell me if you would take this right now. He has Texas the 1 seed, Penn State the 2, Clemson the 3, Ohio State the 4. Those are the 4 buys. He has Notre Dame hosting LSU in the 5-12. He's got Alabama hosting Boise State in the 6-11. Georgia hosting Oregon in the 7-10. And Texas Tech hosting Miami.
Yes, I would take that right now.
In the 8-9 matchup.
Yes, I would take that.
Hold up.
now.
He also goes on to pick everything beyond this. He picks Texas Tech to beat Miami in that first game.
Yes.
But ultimately, lose to the Texas Longhorns.
Yes.
And Texas goes on to win the national title.
Yes.
Still just
I would take that.
Full on happy.
Yes.
Okay. That's the right answer. I was just wondering.
I don't know where you if Tech was on the list, the answer was yes.
In the college football playoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Tech is hosting and on the list, 1,000 times yes.
Yeah.
If they win that game, then 1,000,000 times yes. Even if that means
You lose to the Longhorns the next round.
yes.
In the Rose Bowl or
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you been to the Rose Bowl?
Oh no.
I have. It's awesome.
I know.
The Rose Bowl is awesome.
Hey,
You want to be there.
but Texas wouldn't choose. They let the 1 seed pick, right? That's still a thing. I think the 1 seed gets to pick which of those 4 bowl games they get to go to.
Which would be probably the Cotton Bowl.
So they'd probably choose the Cotton Bowl, not the Rose. Yeah.
Well, we got just as many fans there as they do.
We would enjoy the Cotton Bowl play.
Yes. Can you imagine Texas Tech versus Texas in the Cotton Bowl? Finally?
You just gave me a little tingly feeling.
I mean, yes.
So, yes, that is the right answer. I mean, you'd take it right now. It'd be awesome.
If I want to see the person, I want to know the person. I want to right now. Text us right now if you would not take that.
Okay.
I would put it out there, and I want to know your reason why.
Can I ask you a question?
You may.
Is Tech the only Big 12 school on that list?
They are.
I think they are.
They are. Yep.
So that's Big 12 champs too?
Yeah.
That would be, you're claiming the Big 12 title
Yep.
at that.
Which probably means you are not the favorite in the championship game.
Right.
You're probably not the 1 seed. Because you'd probably knock the 1 seed out if the 2 seed beats the 1 seed. Unless the maybe I don't know.
It really doesn't matter. I think most scenarios the Big 12 is only getting 1 team in.
True.
Most. Unless you've got an 11-1 and 12-0 teams, then it's things change. But if things go like they did last year, you had 3 10-2 teams in the league. You didn't have an 11-1 team to even bring that into conversation. This from the chat line. Are you guys making an excuse for a bad season because of this injury? Already
What?
making an excuse.
Who's making an excuse?
Did you just get in the car? Are you trolling or are you just joking? Because I don't know which of the 3.
There's no excuses being made here.
I don't think anybody. If anything, we're saying this isn't, and this is with all due respect to Quentin Joyner, but it's not that big of a blow to your team. I honestly think if you could handle a blow at any position group, I think that was probably the one. I think, to be honest, of all your newcomers, of all your portal additions, not a couple of the secondary guys that are long-term portal additions or Cash Cleveland, but as far as the starter portal additions, this is probably the one that's the most palatable. I don't want it to happen to anybody, but I don't think the loss of Quentin Joyner is costing you a single win off your schedule this year.
I'm 1,000% agreement with you. I don't think you lose anything off of this.
Get this wrong. I'm not saying I wanted this to happen or think you're better without Quentin Joyner. I just think that you are that good of a football team as a whole, and I do think you are that good in that room. Now, you're going to have 2 sophomores step up quite a bit, and maybe even some more
wait a
freshmen.
second. Remember, Quentin Joyner wasn't a Heisman finalist junior rolling into the room. That guy was a freshman transfer from USC that ran for 457 yards. He was the number 2 running back on USC's roster. Okay, so before we declare him the front runner for the Heisman that just went down in practice, this is a guy that was pretty much the same guy we had, the 2 guys we had in the room already, which is why I think Joey referred to him as the committee.
Yeah.
And if you thought that the guy was going to roll out there with 60, 70% of the reps, I think that's just misplaced thinking. I think that this was going to be a running back room by committee, and I think it went from a position of strength to a very good, in fact, I would even say still a great room.
That's from the chat line. Dear Choice, how are you? I am fine. Can Tech dip into the portal and pick up another running back, or has that deadline ended? Also, how does rev sharing and NIL deals work with an injury, since college football doesn't have deals like the NFL and players aren't employees of the university? Can you please explain to me like I am a 5-year-old? Thank you for your East Bay talk you give us. It's right up there with Jams and Umbros.
Wow.
Gordo, P.S. Please tell Chris Snead that I'm a big fan of his running back carries talk. Okay.
Well, thank you. Can I take an OJ at this real quick? First, I would say
An OJ?
stab.
Keep going. I was thinking orange juice is what you were talking about. No, you're going, okay. Keep going, man.
Sorry.
Yikes.
What?
Does the glove fit?
If it doesn't, you got
That's
to
the
quit.
USC thing.
I mean, there's a little bit of that.
All right, keep going.
The fact of the matter is that the transfer portal window for this year is
Okay.
no.
That's for people to enter.
To enter the transfer portal, you can go get someone out of the transfer portal.
However, if they're still sitting in the portal on August 19th, there's some red flags.
There's a reason they're in that portal still.
So you could do it technically, but I don't think you're going to.
Yeah, we
see that
flipped.
happen.
We flipped somebody from the defensive back room into the running back room. Is that,
Yes,
as I understand.
I believe so.
You already had 4 guys in there that were quality guys. One's on the shelf now, and let's not face it. I want anyone to say we're poo-pooing Quentin Joyner, but I just don't want people to think that because someone got hurt. I mean, I think what we're saying is this injury, and no injury is minor. Everyone, the minor injury is something that happened to somebody else. It's a major injury to him. I promise you, he thinks it's a major injury because he's on the shelf right now and he's not playing. From a revenue share standpoint, once they've signed that agreement, he's getting paid. You're paying him for this year to
It's
be
a contract. Yeah.
So
even if they're not technically employees, they are contract labor.
Yeah.
And that those contracts are still binding.
You're not going to get somebody off a waiver wire.
Sure.
It's not like the NFL.
So, yeah, it's not ideal, but I do think that you still feel comfortable. Now, again, if you take a blow in week 2 or Cam Dickey, blows out a tire, then it gets dicey there. You get worried.
You also start working with you've got, let's just say you want to go get somebody out of the portal.
Okay.
And if I'm incorrect and someone over at Texas Tech is telling me, text me and tell me I'm wrong. If you wanted to go you still have to worry about classes are starting soon. You have until the 12th class day to get somebody enrolled. Because if they can not start the season with you, but they got to be in there by somewhere around the 12th class day, so that they count as being there.
Big Huey says, time to let that young bull Adam Hill out of the chute.
Yeah, I know that.
He's a beast.
Yep.
I did watch him in high school, and he is a beast. But same time, you had Quentin Joyner in the one spot I guess not technically in the one spot on the depth chart, but up there towards the top for a reason.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
On we go to hour number 2. The This is the bottom line on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. We're watchable on TV, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, your Fire Stick, your Roku. However you're taking us in, we're glad that you've decided to do so on this Tuesday afternoon. Alongside Jamie Lint, who joins us in the First United Bank studio, I'm Chois Woodman. Got Lucas White still across the way taking care of us. Y'all keep hitting us up if you'd like to. Your thoughts, your comments, your questions, hopes, dreams, anything and everything welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Jamie, we'll get back to the Quentin Joyner conversation and get your thoughts on it here shortly. I want to get into some baseball realignment, something we don't say a whole lot.
No.
Mostly conference realignment's what we talk about, but baseball realignment chatter this week. But also we need to talk about Auburn for the second time this week.
Okay.
Wait, did we talk about it yesterday or was that Friday? I can't remember. Maybe I brought it up Friday where Hugh Freeze had decided to do the whole 3-play caller thing.
Yeah, I feel like that was last week.
It was last week, sure. So the news about Auburn last week was that there were play call, or that they had a first down play caller. Hugh Freeze was calling plays on second down, and then their quarterback's coach was the third down play caller, and Freeze could overrule at any point. That was rather interesting, but Auburn's back in the news for a couple of different things in the last 24 hours. One is that Hugh Freeze has basically said, not only do we have 3 play callers, but there will likely be 3 quarterbacks that play in the opener against Baylor, too.
Okay.
So we got, a combination of, I'm bad at math, 9 different play caller to quarterback options?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Okay. 3 times 3? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
I also hope that Texas Tech plays 3 quarterbacks in their first game, too.
Okay. I fully agree. You know what? If you want to get a 4th one in, I'm okay with that
I'm good
as well.
with that, too. Yep.
I'd love to see Holden Phillips in at some point in the first 2 weeks.
Okay.
That'd mean things are going really well for you.
Those would be your best chances.
Yeah. I think this is interesting. Hugh Freeze, he seems perturbed with the media, and maybe because his team isn't as good as he thought it was going to be. If you're playing 3 quarterbacks, maybe it's telling.
Some questions. Yep.
A lot of times that's the case. Who knows? Maybe he's just playing the game here, and he's actually got a really good team and got one quarterback he's honed in on, and they're going to beat Baylor. I'm not picking them to beat Baylor, but we'll see. The other thing that they got in the news for, Jamie, is they went full Aggie. Auburn officially has claimed 4 more national championships.
Oh, really?
As of yesterday. 4.
They won them all yesterday?
Well, they got 4 more added to the list to reach their total to 9.
Okay.
So they
How
went
exactly did they pull this off?
They went from 5 national championships yesterday morning to 9 by the end of the day. They are adding the 1910, 1914, 1958, and 2004 national titles. Now, do you remember the 04 one?
No, I do not.
You remember a guy named Tommy Tuberville who went undefeated?
Yes.
They had an undefeated season there.
Okay.
So
some who won the national title that year. Like was actually crowned the national champion.
That's a very Googled thing.
Was it USC? Wasn't there 2? There are 3 undefeated teams. 2 of them played and Auburn didn't, and so USC was one. And who did they beat?
Was it USC Texas?
I'm not sure.
Why is this not popping up easily? What are you good for, Wikipedia, if you can't give me this quickly? There's a 04 Sugar Bowl that's showing. That wasn't what? Yeah, was it? It's showing LSU won it that year. They were 12-1.
Okay.
And beat a previously undefeated OU team 21-14 in the.
So ultimately, they were the only team that was undefeated. Auburn was the only team that was undefeated.
The LSU won the national championship. The BCS championship game for the 2003 college football season was the 04 Sugar Bowl. Okay, so because that was before they actually nailed down.
But if they were named the 04 champions, shouldn't we be looking the next year?
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe that. Yeah, that's what's off. Okay. So 05 that's what gets confusing because I typed in 04 national championship, but it was played in 04. But for the 04 season, 05 national championship game was Texas. Remember that?
Texas
and USC.
And
they played each other.
It was OU and USC.
Oh, okay. 06 was all right. This is where it gets confusing because we play it in a different year. I've confused everybody.
Yes.
All I know is that was the year Tommy Tuberville went undefeated at Auburn.
All right.
But they've claimed titles 1910, 1914, 1958, and 2004. That's what the Auburn Tigers have done in the over the last. There were 3 undefeated in 2004.
Can we start laughing at them now like we do UCF?
Oh, I think we did it to the Aggies more because remember the Aggies added some old ones back in the day.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm just saying that UCF recently.
UCF at least claimed it immediately.
Okay.
It wasn't just a after the fact thing. I still think I don't acknowledge.
And they
UCF
kept chanting, "We want Bama."
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Which would have been fun. If they're like, okay, we'll do it.
Jeez. Only if Bama was dialed in and put it on them by 35.
Right. So there's that. There are, according to On3, the most claimed national championships out there.
At Auburn.
So these are not declared national champions. These are claimed. Princeton has 28.
Okay.
Yale has 27. Bama has 18. So maybe they are declared. I don't know. Michigan, 12. Notre Dame and USC, 11. Auburn, Ohio State, and Pitt, now 9. Harvard. Minnesota claims 7, along with Penn and OU. Tennessee and Michigan State, 6. So there we go.
Just claim it.
Can we reach back?
Identify as what you want. I'm a national champion.
We need to reach back and claim one somewhere.
I identify as having won the 2004 national championship. All by myself.
I think because the system was so corrupt back in 2008 and we didn't have our college football playoff, we should just go ahead and claim it.
Why not?
I mean, let's forget what happened in the Cotton Bowl, but let's claim it anyway.
Was that the one? Which one was against Alabama when the knee was down? We
Okay,
should
we can
also
claim that
identify as the Cotton Bowl champions that year.
Well, Alabama was cheating that year apparently too, so that's
right.
There's not a champion in the 06 Cotton Bowl.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
Jamie, you go to church. Why do you continue to choose sin? That's not my question.
Man, the Cowboys, with Coach Kingsbury and Washington, the Cowboys might be my 4th favorite team in the division.
Stop it. Stop. Were the Giants ahead of the Cowboys before that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You always rooted for the Giants.
My dad was a Giants fan, so yes. Yes.
Dang it.
Yeah. But the Eagles leapfrogged them.
The 4th team in the division? Jerry, look what you've done. You've taken a good man and made him despicable. All right.
Today's question.
Oh, I was like, what am I coming up with here? Okay, go ahead. Here's your question.
You said a few minutes ago that as far as the guys that came in through the portal, that Quentin Joyner was the one guy that you could afford to lose.
And I'm not trying to
Maybe
take a shot.
The least, yeah. Like the least impactful. I don't know exactly how you put it.
I said he's the one you could most afford to lose and it not affect the overall outlook of the team. And it's more of a compliment to the two other guys in the room than it is a shot at Quentin Joyner.
Okay, so I'm not talking just transfer portal guys here, but I'm talking the whole entire team minus Baron Morton.
Deal.
Who is the guy that you least likely can afford to lose? So you have to factor in how good he is and what do you got behind him.
One name came to mind, but I'm trying to circle around. Now there's a second name. There's one on offense and one on defense where I feel like you don't need to lose those guys. And I'm going to go with the one on offense. I think it's Howard Sampson.
Really?
Your left tackle.
Pretty important position.
Because, I think left tackle, you can argue the three most important positions are quarterback, protecting the quarterback, and getting after the quarterback. You could make those arguments. In football, it's probably those three is the most important in the game. And protecting the blind side of the quarterback. So I think that Howard Sampson is where I'd put it because I think you need him to be healthy. You need him to be good to kind of set the tone for your offensive line this year. And if you lose your left tackle, I'm not saying there aren't other guys that could do well, but you're counting on him to be, I guess, the guy that you kind of look to saying, this is our portal edition. This is the one that's supposed to show us why we're better at offensive line this year. So that's – and it would definitely shuffle things around on your offensive line, I think, if you lose him.
Okay. Lucas?
I'm going to go on the defensive side, and I'm going to say Lee Hunter.
Okay.
I think he's going to demand a lot of double teams, especially being the massive defensive line, 6'4", 320, I believe. So he's going to be a focal point on most offensive lines. So obviously that's going to help David Bailey and Romello Height get the edge rush, especially if he's getting double teamed. So I think Lee Hunter, if they lose him, it's going to be it's kind of rough on the defensive line side of the ball.
Okay. Can't believe that Lucas didn't say because of his 3-point shooting ability.
That's really it.
Yeah.
Fat Steph Curry. His words, not mine. I feel like I have to say that. If you're going to call someone fat, you got to make sure that you know he was calling himself fat.
Yes.
In case they didn't catch it.
Okay, I'm on defense, but I'm not Lee Hunter. I'm a step behind him. I'm Jacob Rodriguez.
That was the other one for me. Yeah.
To me, he and Baron Morton are 1 and 1A as far as most important players. They're the leaders on their side of the ball. I absolutely think that it would be. I'm just nervous even saying it. It would be rough. It would be a big hit without him. You do have Ben Roberts. That's another good veteran linebacker that you could feel good about. I think with Lee Hunter, I kind of feel like you have a couple guys behind him that you brought in the portal, and Skylar Gill-Howard and Holmes that you feel pretty good about either way, right? And others that return at that position. So anyway, I'm Jacob Rodriguez.
I think Jacob was my second pick. I think the reason I didn't choose it is because I do have some confidence in Roberts and John Curry both.
Yeah.
That you would have. I know Curry's kind of shifted over to the star right now, but he's still the next linebacker to come in.
You would think he'd shift back if there was
you
an
got
injury
a real injury there. But Jacob Rodriguez is the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. So hard not to pick him.
Yeah.
Hard not to because he is freaking great. And I think he doesn't have to be as great this year as far as just the number of total tackles. Like I think his tackle numbers will go down some, but I could be wrong on that because maybe they go up because you got a defensive line that plugs things and lets him get in there closer to the line of scrimmage. So I'm not certain of what to expect from Rodriguez because there's no question he has a much, much better unit all the way around him than he did a season ago. But, man, some of the playmaking ability that he provided last year.
Yeah.
Like think back to that Arizona game. If he doesn't knock the ball out, and he did this multiple times last year where he's really good at punching the ball. If he didn't knock it out from McMillan's hands, Tetaroa? I can't remember his name.
Tetaroa? Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. He was a first-round pick. You'd think I can remember it. McMillan's hands, then I'm not sure you're winning that game. Because they were starting to drive. They're starting to move. But you're able to answer it with a score right after that, and huge play. He made huge plays down the stretch in the Oklahoma State game. He's done it plenty of times in his career. So, yeah, I think that's absolutely a great answer. The next one on the list for me would probably been Bryce Pollock because I think he's talked about as, we haven't seen it yet, but as a really solid corner, and that's something you lacked heavily last year.
Yeah.
And while I think you're much, much better in the DB room as a whole, you would not want to lose what's expected to be a lockdown corner.
No love for our kicker in this category?
I think you got a few options there.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Belafonte.
You unfortunately not being one of them.
Out of left field, man. What, top rope. That hurt.
But we do have the guy.
I'm right there with you.
Okay.
But we do have the guy who can punt and kick.
Hershey.
And we
he's
don't
got a
need to worry
chocolate
about
name.
the punter because apparently Barron is also really good at that.
He's good at that, too.
Yeah.
It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.